Okay, so everybody take a guess. What is common with all these gaming laptops? Acer Nitro V, Lenovo Log, Asus TUF A15 and HP Omen 16. See, 4050 laptop launched under 80,000 and 1 lakh. If you look at this report, the average selling price of a laptop has risen to 50,000, which also had led to the increase in the prices of mid-range gaming laptops. The 4050, which should fall under the same price range, is selling for higher price. Now the question is, what are the best budget 4050 laptop under 90,000? See, every laptop company is launching their best RTX 4050 laptop around the same price point. So to make things easier for you guys, we will tell you which 4050 laptop is best under 90,000. Most importantly, at the end, I will tell you which 4050 laptops you should really avoid in 2024. Let's kick off things with the very first laptop, the Acer Nitro V15. It makes its fair share of sacrifice to hit the price of 80,000, but gaming performance is not affected. In addition to the reliable game performance, there's also a lot of port selection, plus it's the most budget-friendly option packing an RTX 4050. Bunch of viewers in the comments are always asking about the sub 80,000 laptops with RTX 4050. And I always tell them the same thing. If gaming is your main priority, then the Nitro V with that RTX 4050 is the way to go. It's a bit of a hunt to find a 4050 laptop in this price range, and most other laptops in this bracket only comes with the 3050, and that's just 6 gigs. Plus, its processor, the i5 13420H, packs a punch. When you stack it up against the AMD, it even outperforms the Ryzen 7 6800H in a bunch of tests. Plus the build quality, top notch. This thing is sturdy as it seems, which I personally found quite impressive. When it comes to the price, you can buy it for 79,990 rupees on Amazon. Hey, if you're curious to know more about these laptops, I've got you covered. I have done an in-depth review on them. You can check it out. Just click on the I button over here or find the video link in the description box down below. Alright, so let's talk about the next laptop, which is the Lenovo Log 15, coming in at its second place. It's got an i5 12450H and RTX 4050 graphic card. Now, before we get into the more details, let's address something. The i5 12450H might not be the latest model, especially with the newer 13th generation and 14th generation chips available now. But hold on a second. Before you judge, I've got something important to mention. If you check out the benchmarks, you will see the i5 12450H is still holding its own. Actually, it outperforms even the latest Ryzen 7 7735Hs. Now, when it comes to the build quality and the other aspects, let's talk about it. The build quality is average. It's made of plastic, so there will be some flex. But here's the thing, the plastic used in its construction is pretty solid and of good quality, so you don't really need to worry about the flex causing any issue. When it comes to the pricing, this laptop is available for 86,000 rupees on Amazon. You can find the best buying links of this laptop as well as the all other laptops I have mentioned in this video down below in the description box, so make sure to check them out. And guys, when we are talking about the 4050 laptop, I can't leave out the Asus TUF A15, it's definitely in the list. This laptop ticks the main boxes with great 1080p and esports power, solid processing, reasonable design and great battery life, all at a right price. It's not particularly refined and it doesn't have any desirable extra features, but it's still a steal thanks to its great value. Well, you probably already know how tough lives its to name. It's pretty tough, just like its name suggests. So no issue with the build quality there. Now, as for the display, it's not super impressive in terms of colors, but here's the kicker. The battery life is pretty much unmatched. This bad boy packs a 90 watt-hour battery, so you can easily get 4 to 5 hours of normal use out of it without breaking a sweat. Even though it lags behind in CPU performance compared to the other on this list, the difference between its CPU, the 7735Hs, and the i5 13420H isn't that significant, just a 4 to 5% gap. So it's not a big deal, plus it's got the 4050. And let's face it, getting a 4050 at this price point is really tough, especially one with a high 140 watt of the RTX 4050. When it comes to the price, you can buy it for 90,000 rupees on Amazon. And last but not least, we have the HP Omen 16. Now we are stepping into the premium segment here. Not just because of its price, but because of its premium build quality. I mean, come on, it's Omen. You know it's part of that series that goes head to head with the premium laptops like the Legion and the Predator. First off, let's talk about the build. I've got to say, considering it's a 16-inch laptop, it feels surprisingly portable in terms of build quality. It's like holding a sturdy machine in your hands. The build quality itself is pretty impressive. Sure, there is a bit of wobble in the lid, mostly because of the flexibility of the plastic, but overall it feels solid, and I would even say it's one of the best in this lineup. Now let's dive into the performance. It's rocking an i5 13420H paired with a 120 watt RTX 4050. So there is absolutely no compromise on performance here. You can throw any task at it and it will run smoothly without breaking a sweat. When it comes to the pricing, this laptop is available for 92,000 rupees on Amazon. And finally, as I promised, here are the 4050 laptops that you should avoid in 2024. There are two of these and sadly both are from MSI. One is MSI Thin GF63 and the other one is the MSI Cyborg 50. So the issue with both of these laptops is that despite having the name 4050, their wattage is only 45 watt, which is really low. If I put it in simple terms, for normal tasks you won't face any problem. But if your workload increases, like having more layers in video editing or projects getting more complex in Blender, you might start noticing some lag. Alright, let's put the low wattage issue aside for a moment. Now typically lower wattage means lower power consumption, so you would expect better battery life, right? Sadly that's not the case here. The battery backup of these two laptops is pretty much the same as the other in this list. So really, the lower wattage doesn't give any advantage to the battery life. So that's it. Let me know which laptop would you pick and also share your experience.